that is yet to
Well, you keep telling me you represent change, and that's, I guess, an attractive slogan for many people in your country. But there's a difference between making promises you can keep and making promises that are nothing more than fantasy. Let's go through a few of yours. In January, you told the people of your country that you could solve Zimbabwe's liquidity crisis in 2 weeks. And indeed, if you failed to do so, you would leave office because you said you are committed. 2 weeks to solve the liquidity crisis. I mean, that's nonsense, isn't it?
It's not nonsense. It's very sensible. In fact, that is the most credible message that has ever been received by Zimbabweans. Why am I saying so? The most fundamental issue in Zimbabwe is not a crisis of cash, but a crisis of leadership, a crisis and a deficit of confidence and trust. The issues that we are going to deal with are productivity, issues of skills transfer, issues of investor confidence.
But with respect, Mr. Chamisa, politicians who say they can fix a problem that's been dogging a country for years, fix it in 2 weeks, that just sounds silly.
During the inclusive government, with all due respect, Mr. Saka, during the inclusive government, when I was Minister of ICT, Mr. Beatty, who is my colleague, was the Minister of Finance, we fixed this problem within a matter of 4 days. There was cash across the board in all the banks. So it's not just a question of hyperbole, it's not just a question of political promises. We know our competence, we have a track record, we can be trusted, we can deliver, and we will deliver.
Well, it reminds me of the promise you made to party supporters in Chinhoyi, saying you're going to build a bullet train from Bulawayo to Harare. You said that under your tutelage, this infrastructure will allow people to travel from one city to the other in 35 minutes. I mean, that is beyond nonsense. That's just complete Alice in Wonderland.
That is the future. I'm a visionary, I'm a young man, and I've said we must begin to build infrastructure, such as the infrastructure you have in the UK. What it does entail is that...
You know, I'm no transport expert, but it's more than 400 kilometres from Bulawayo to Harare.
Indeed.
What this train of yours, it's going to be travelling at 800 kilometres an hour, which, by the way, the fastest man